morning. We're going to start standing. Now that you're nice and comfortable on the floor, we're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart. Your toes are pointing straight ahead. Lift up those toes and spread them, and then put them down onto the ground. Bend your knees slightly, core is tight. Inhale, reach the arms up, slight back bend. Exhale, back the arms to the side of the body. Good. Inhale, arms up, and exhale down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms up, and exhale back down. Then bring your hands behind your head. Drop your shoulders down. Keep your core muscles engaged here. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Inhale, center. My hips are pointing forward. Twist, twist, twist. Center, twist, twist, twist. Center, one more. Twist, twist, twist. Center, bring the arms down. Inhale, arms come up. Right onto the side of the torso, and then the left arm reaches over. Make sure you have contact with both feet on the floor still. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, reach to the other side. Get that nice stretch right here on the side of the torso. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, up. And exhale, reach. And back to the center. Bring the hands down, and let's roll those shoulders back. Draw the shoulders back down when you're coming down. Reach it up. One more. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, keep the knees soft and bend at the hip. Let the arms just hang heavy. Rock it a little bit from side to side. Keep your belly button pulled in towards the ceiling so you're protecting your lower back. Then hold it in the center. Round it up nice and slowly, one vertebra at a time. Take your time warming up that spine, and when you get to the top, roll the shoulders back, and we'll do that one more time. Inhale, arms come up, slight back bend. Exhale, bend at the hip, relax it forward. This time rock forward and back just slightly. Then hold it here and slowly roll it back up, one vertebra at a time. And then bring the shoulders back. Good. If you're not already at the end of your mat, go ahead and come to the end of the mat. Again, lift up the toes, spread them and put them back down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward bend. Walk the hands forward so you end up on all fours. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips right here. Round your spine, bring your chin to your chest. Drop your tummy down, open up your chest, look up. Good. Exhale as you arch. Inhale as you drop down. Press those fingertips into the floor, round, and drop. Then hold it in the middle right here, neutral position, shoulders down, right hip, right shoulder, left hip, left shoulder. Wagging the tail, warming up the hips right here, engaging the obliques. One more on each side. Good, then hold in the center, tuck the toes under, lift the knees just barely off the floor. Draw your shoulder blades down, pull that belly button in. Lift the hips up into down dog. Heels towards the floor, chest towards the thighs. Walk out your dog by bending one knee, pushing the opposite heel down. Nice stretch. One more on each side. Both heels press down, chest through. And then come back to that four-post position right here, hands under shoulders, knees under the hips. Draw the shoulder blades down, right arm, left leg extend. Hips stay parallel to the floor. The back toes are pointing down, so don't let the toes come out to the side. And switch, left arm, right leg extend. Good, keep the neck in alignment with the spine. And switch, reach. And switch, reach. And switch one more time. Keep an arm and leg extended. Hand and foot tap down and lift. Now think about staying nice and tall on that left shoulder, engaging the left glute when you're lifting the leg, and engaging the upper back and the back of the shoulder when you're lifting that arm. Then hold it up here. You can stay here or bend that leg, reach the arm around, grab the foot, and push the foot into the hand. Open up the hip right here. Pushing that foot in there, you're stretching the quads, the hip flexor. Good, bring the hands and the knee down. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees just barely off the floor so they're just hovering. Stay nice and tall. Lift the hips up into down dog, heels towards the floor, chest towards the thighs. Come back onto all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Left arm, right leg extend, tap and lift. Belly buttons pulled in. Using the glute, remember toes are pointing down on that right leg. You're nice and tall in that left shoulder, that right shoulder. And then hold it here if you want to, or bend the leg, or reach the arm around, pushing the foot into the hand, open up that chest too, the hip flexor, the quad. Breathe. Good, bring the hand down, the knee down. Tuck the toes under again. Tap from side to side when you have the knees slightly off the floor. Breathe. Good, one more on each side. Then bring the hips up into down dog. Lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. The left heel presses towards the ground. Bend that right leg and open up the hip towards the right. Look under your right armpit. Let that top leg get heavy. Opening up that hip flexor, the quad, and the obliques. Good, bring that leg down. Left leg lifts up, right heel towards the floor. Bend the knee, open up the hip towards the left. Look under that left armpit. Good, bring the leg back to the center. Walk out your dog. The right leg comes up again and then bring the leg to the front of the mat. Your ankle is directly under your knee. You can always walk the foot forward and then step the other leg back. Let's start with the left knee on the ground, the left hand on the floor and the right arm reaching up towards the ceiling. Open up that chest. Now if you want to here, you can extend that leg and push back through the heel. Take that top arm, wrap it around the opposite hip. The palm is facing away from you and the shoulder is pointing up towards the ceiling. You're nice and strong in that left arm. Reach the arm up, bring it to the front, step the left foot forward, relax it and forward bend. Pull that belly button in, lift up halfway so your upper body is parallel to the ceiling. Draw the shoulder blades down, reach to the crown of the head. And then relax it back down. Step the right leg back. Remember, left ankle under knee. Drop the knee down, right hand on the floor, left arm reaches up. And then if you want to extend that right leg, you can, pushing through the heel. Strong through that right shoulder. Take that arm, wrap it around the opposite hip, point and shoulder up towards the ceiling. Stay strong. Keep pushing back to that right heel if it's extended. Arm comes back up. Bring the hand down. Step the right foot forward. Forward bend. Lift up halfway. And then relax it back down. Bend both knees. Step the right leg back, the left leg back into high plank. You can modify here with the knees down if you need to. Or walk your toes closer towards your wrists. Push back through the heels. Reach forward to the crown of the head. Pull the belly button in, draw the shoulder blades down, reach to the crown of the head towards the front. It's almost like you're pulling the mat apart. Squeeze your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, your inner thighs. Breathe. Go ahead and drop the knees down. The left leg comes out to the side, the right leg extend, the right arm comes up. From here, inhale, exhale, reach underneath the other arm, and then come back up. And reach. And back up. Thinking about the bottom obliques right here. Reach and back up. And reach and up. One more time. Good. Bring the hand back down. Extend the legs in full plank or stay in the modified plank right here. Draw your shoulder blades down. Tap from side to side. Core's tight. Belly buttons pulled in. Breathe. Always make sure you're not holding your breath, especially in a plank position. One more on each side. Good, drop the knees down, right leg to the side, left leg extend, left arm comes up. Inhale here, exhale, reach underneath, and back up. And reach, and back up. Reach. You have two more. One more. Good, bring the hand back to the center, stay on the knees, turn the inside of the elbows forward, and slowly come all the way down onto the mat. Good. From here, keep the heels together, toes apart, reach the hands behind you with the palms facing up, roll your shoulders back, reach for the heels, squeeze the heels together and lift the legs up. Keep the neck in line with the spine. Working the whole back body right here, shoulders, triceps, upper back, lower back, glutes, hamstrings, inner thighs. Relax. Let's do that again. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back and down, lift the heels, the feet, press the heels together, squeeze the glutes, make sure you're breathing. Good, bring the legs down, the hands under the shoulders, bring your feet shoulder width apart and lift your chest up into up dog. You can lift the knees off the floor if you want to. Then tuck the toes under, lift the hips up into down dog again. Come from down dog into high plank. Alternating lifting up one leg at a time. Lift, reaching through the heel. It's almost like you're elongating that leg. One more on each side. Good, then you can drop the knees down if you want to, or stay in a full plank, turn the inside of the elbows forward, and slowly come all the way down onto the floor. Once you're down there, this time you're bringing your feet mat width apart. Turn your toes out, reach your arms out to the side with the palms facing down, roll the shoulders back, lift up the chest, the legs, and then pump the arms up towards the ceiling to engage the muscles in the back of the shoulders and the center of the upper back. Your glutes are engaged, your hamstrings and your lower back are working. And relax it down. Let's do that one more time. Roll the shoulders back, lift up the chest, the legs, and pump those arms up. And then bring the arms down. Bring the feet shoulder width apart, the hands under the shoulders, and push your chest up into up dog. Maybe with the knees off the floor. And then tuck the toes under into down dog right here. Your right leg left leg comes up and bring the leg to the front of the mat. Ankles under the knee. The right heel comes on its side and your hands on your thighs. You're pulling that mat apart right here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Your arms are parallel to the floor. Look over the front hand. Bend that front leg. Move it open a little bit more towards the left. So if you're looking down, you should be able to see your big toe. Breathe. Turn the front palm up. Reach it up towards the ceiling and reach that left arm behind you. The other arm down towards the ground. Looking up at the hand if you can. Maybe bend that front leg a little bit more. Good, straighten out those arms. Good, extend that front leg, reach forward and down so the right arm is up towards the ceiling. Your shoulders are stacked here. Take the right hand to the left. Relax it forward. Keep that front leg extended if you can. Breathe. Then bend the front leg, put the hands on the floor, straighten out that back foot, and step the right foot forward into forward bend. From here, bend the knees, drop the hips down towards the ground, and lift your arms up into chair. Good, bring the hands back down, lift the hips back up. You're going to bend the knees and you're going to step the right leg all the way back and then turn towards the right so the toes are pointing towards the right and your legs are nice and far apart. Relax your upper body down. You might just be hinging at the hips. You can put your elbows on the floor, that's great. If your head is on the floor, way to go. Feel the outside of the calves getting a nice stretch and your inner thighs. Then walk the hands to the left foot and press that right hand a little bit past that left hand to get that stretch from the right pinky all the way to the right hip. You're feeling a great stretch in the back of the left leg and the outside of that calf. And then walk it over to the other side. Good, then walk it back to the center. Bend the knees slightly, roll it up. Good, and then walk, heel, and the toes together. All right, you're standing up again. Lifting up the toes of that left foot. Put them down, bring the right leg in front of you. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands heart center. Just a little balance work in here. Just keep that knee in front. Good. Good, bring that leg down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Spread the foot on the right foot. The left knee is in front. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands heart center. Good, and bring that leg down. I'm going to face this way. If you need to face me the other way for the camera, to see me, that's fine. You're going to bring that right foot forward, the left foot is back this time. So right ankle underneath, the left heel is on its floor. The hands are on the thigh. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back this time. Look over the front hand. The arms are parallel to the floor. Bend the front leg, open it over to the right. See that you can see that big toe here. Turn the front palm up, reach it up towards the ceiling, reach it behind you if you can. Look up. Good, straighten those arms. Straighten the front leg, reach forward and then down. The right arm is down towards the floor, the left arm reaches towards the ceiling and the shoulders are stacked. Looking good. Come on forward, relax over that front leg. Bend the front leg, put the hands on the floor, straighten out that back foot and step the left foot forward. Relax it in forward bend. Remember, pull the belly button up towards the ceiling, protect that lower back. Bend the knees here, reach the arms back up into chair. If you want to come up onto the toes. Good, bring the heels down, the hands down. Step the right knee back, the left knee back, and go into child's pose. Extend the child's pose so the fingertips are reaching forward, pressing down into the floor. If you need to bring the knees apart for this, you can. Good, then slowly roll it up. You're going to bring your knees mat width apart. You're going to bring your hands behind you, pushing the hip forward, open up the hip flexors, trying to bring the elbows towards each other. If you want to add on, tuck the toes under and reach for the heels right here. Open up the front body right here. Hip flexors, quads, abs, chest, shoulder stretch. Inhale here and exhale, go back into a wide child's pose. Relax your arms in front of you, relax your head. Good, then come on up and bring the legs around so you're on the right side, your right elbow is under the shoulder. You have a nice straight line from the ear all the way down to the heel. Bend that bottom leg so the knees are stacked and the hips come up. Left arm reaches up. Shoulders are stacked. Dip down and lift. Core is tight right here. Smile. You're having fun. Hold it up right here, lift the top leg, tap it down. Stay tall in that shoulder right here. Shoulder stability. Core engagement. Working the glute and the outer thigh. And the outer thigh and the bottom leg that's holding you up. 2 more. Good, bring the leg down, bring the hip down, and switch to the other side. Elbow under the shoulder, straight line from ear to heel. Bottom leg bends, knees are stacked, hips are stacked, arm comes up. Stack those shoulders, dip down and lift. Good. And then hold it up on the last one and lift the leg and tap it down. Last one. Good. Bring that hip down. We're going to come onto your back right here. So, feet are shoulder width apart, hands on the floor next to you. Chins tucked in, shoulder blades are pressing down into the mat while the hands reach towards the bottom of the mat. Press your spine into the floor and then walk the hips up into bridge. Take the hands behind the back, clasp them together, reach the knuckles towards the heels. Open up the chest and shoulders, open up the hips by pressing the hips a little higher up towards the ceiling. You're working the glutes and hamstrings. Make sure your knees are not falling in or out, they're pointing up. And the toes are pointing straight ahead. Then bring the hands on the floor and slowly, one vertebra at a time, press your spine back into the floor. Don't skip over the lower part of your spine. Use your abdominal muscles to press that down. Keep your abdominal muscles engaged while you're down here. Bring the legs into a tabletop with the knees over the hips, the bottom leg parallel to the floor. Put your hands on top of your thighs. Press the palms into the knees into the palms. Continue keeping the shoulder blades pressed down into the floor and breathe. All the muscles are working here. Keep the right hand pressed in, extend the left arm and the left leg. Hold it here. And switch, extend. And switch, extend. And switch, one more time, reach. Good, hug the knees into the chest, rock it a little bit from side to side. Good, then hold it here, extending the right leg out, the left leg pulls in, and switch. Maybe lift head and shoulders up, maybe bring the feet a little closer to the floor. One more on each side. Good, hold the left leg in, drop the right leg on the floor. Bring your head down, roll your shoulders down, wrap your elbows around your rib cage and flex your left foot. So you're hugging that left leg super tight. Remember to keep the shoulder blades down here. Just hug it, and then you're going to rotate that knee just towards the left shoulder. So you can pull the leg in a little bit more. Then you're going to take your left hand to the outside of that left foot, or you grab your ankle into a single leg happy baby. You're pushing the knee down towards the ground. The top of the foot is parallel to the ceiling. Keep your shoulders down. If you feel it at all in the lower back, bend that right leg here. Good, release that leg. Hug both knees into the chest. Bring the hands behind the head and shoulders lift, right leg out, left leg in, switch. Remember, your elbows are open here, your head is resting in the hands. If you feel it in the lower back, the legs come higher up towards the ceiling here. One more on each side. Good, now bring the right knee in, extend the left leg out, roll the shoulders down, wrap the elbows around your rib cage, flex your right foot, and pull the leg as tight as you can. And breathe. Then you're going to rotate that leg just slightly so the right knee comes a little closer to the right shoulder, and you can pull the leg in a little tighter. Then you're going to take that right hand to the outside of that right foot or the ankle, and then bring the leg into a single leg happy baby, knee pushing down towards the ground. Bottom foot is parallel to the ceiling. And remember, bend the left leg at all if you feel in the lower back. Breathe. Good. Go ahead and bring that right foot onto the floor. Bend the right leg, or the left leg, so your feet are shoulder width apart here. The hands are on the floor again. Chin's tucked in. Lift the hips up and march it out right here. Right leg up. Tap down. Left leg up. Keep the hips lifted here so your glutes are activated. Don't let the shoulders creep up to your ears. Reach them down towards the floor, towards the bottom of the mat. One more. And again, slowly, one vertebra at a time, press the spine down into the floor. Good, and once you're down there, tuck the tailbone under, bring the legs back in tabletop, the hands behind the head and shoulders lift, right leg out, right shoulder, left knee, switch. Switch, get that nice rotation, keeping the elbows open, reaching with the shoulder. Bring the legs up towards the ceiling if you need to protect the lower back. One more on each side. Good. Extend the legs up, heels together, toes apart. Bring your head down. Bring your hands under your hips. Flex your feet. Squeeze the inner thighs together to start with. Engage the core. You're going to bring the legs out, out, together. Out, out, together. Out, out, together. You can do this with the hands behind the head, shoulders lifted. A little bit more core activation, but you're getting a nice stretch on your inner thighs as a dynamic stretch. Two more. Last one. Keep the leg up here. Bring the hands behind the left leg. The right leg comes down and switch. Pull the leg in towards your chest. You can put the head on the mat if you need to. One more on each side. Good, hug the knees into the chest. You're going to extend the left leg down, the right foot on the floor, the arms out to the side. You're going to lift your hip up and rotate onto your left butt cheek. The right leg comes across the body. You can take your left hand and push down on that leg, or you can straighten out that right leg. Look over your left shoulder. Nice spine twist. Great stretch all the way. I feel this all the way from here, all the way down to my heel. Relax the shoulders. If you feel super flexible today, you can grab that right toe with your left hand. Yeah, right. I hear that. Good. Bend that leg. Put the foot back onto the floor. Rotate back to the center. Bend the left leg, straighten out the right leg. Rotate onto your right butt cheek, bring the knee across the body. Either take the hand to push down here or straighten the leg. Look over your left shoulder this time, and if you want to grab that toe, you can. Breathe. Good, bend that leg, bring the foot back to the center. Straighten out your hips, bend the knees, rock the legs from side to side. You bring it back to the center, extend the legs back up, hands behind the head and shoulders lift, right leg down, up, left leg down, up. Inhale, exhale, or bend the knees if you need to. Add that upper body rotation, opposite shoulder, opposite knee. Or stay with the last exercise. You can always put the hands under the hips if you need to. You have lots of options. One more on each side. Good, hug the knees into the chest. Bring the feet back onto the mat, shoulder width apart. Hands back onto the floor, chins tucked in. Hips back up, right leg lifts up. Turn the hips slightly out, right knee to left knee, back up towards the ceiling. Inhale down, exhale lift. That left glute's doing the work, holding the body up here. The right quad is doing the work, bringing the leg up towards the ceiling. Bend that right leg. Extend the left leg up. down and back up. To the knee and back up. Inhale, exhale. Right glute is holding you up here. Keep that whole foot on the floor. Pushing through that heel. Two more. Last one. Just bend that leg. Keep the hips up. Your feet are shoulder width apart. Lift the heels. Tap them down. Maybe reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Continue drawing your shoulders down. Lift. Tap. Come on. Glutes are working. Hamstrings are kicking in, and so are the calves. Two more. Last one. Bring the heels down and slowly press the spine into the floor. Good. From here, bring the arms out to the side. Keep the tailbone tucked under and bring your legs into tabletop. The knees come over to the right. Keep the left shoulder on the floor. Straighten out the legs if you can. If you feel the lower back, keep the knees bent. Bend and switch to the other side. Hold it here or extend. Bend, switch, extend. Breathe. Bend, switch, extend. Bend, bring it back to the center. Bring the hands behind the head. Keep the legs in tabletop right here. You're going to tap both feet down, pull it up. So if you need to modify, you can keep the head down and bring the hands under the hips here. So inhale down, exhale lift. Think about using your abdominal muscles to lift those legs up. Two more. Last one. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. Go back to that last exercise, or if you want to, hands under the hips, legs extended, heels together, toes apart. Inhale, legs come down. Exhale, lift. Or hands behind the head. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Bend those knees if you need to. If your legs are extended, squeeze those inner thighs. Zip up your inner thighs right here like a zipper. Right there. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Two more. Last one. Hug the knees into the chest. Excellent. You're going to rotate onto your right side. Right elbow under the shoulder. That nice straight line again. Bend the bottom leg. Lift up the hip. Reach the arm up. Lift up the top leg into modified star. You can stay here, or you're extending both legs here and then lift up the top leg. Breathe. Hold it in star. Smile. Keep your neck in line with your spine. Your shoulders stacked, your hips stacked, and I'm still talking and you're still in star. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg down, hip down, switch sides. Nice job. All right, you decide, bend the bottom leg or keep it extended. Arm comes up, here, lift up the top leg. Good, stay tall and reach to the crown of the head. Keep the shoulders stacked, the hips stacked. Breathe, the knees soft. I know this is a challenge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee down, come back to the center. All fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Woo! I think it's a marathon today. Roll the shoulders down. Hold the belly button in. Tuck the toes under. Lift the knees barely off the floor. Hold it right here. Now bring the hips up into down dog. Bring the right leg up. Come forward into a single leg plank. So see my body still parallel to the floor here. Push back for that heel. Reach to the crown of the head. Lift the hips back up. Bring the knee in between the hands so it's hovering between hands. Push it back up. You can always just hold it in modified plank here. Bring the knee to the opposite elbow so you're rotating. Breathe. And then extend it back up. One more, rotating over, and if you can extend that bottom leg out, you're bringing it through, and then bring it back up. Bring the right leg down and walk out your dog. Well, you're halfway there. Left leg extends up. Come forward into single leg plank. Everybody still there with me? Lift the hip up. Bring the knee in between. Breathe. Bring the leg back up. Bring the knee to the opposite elbow. There you go. Nice rotation. Woo, lift it up. You know we're going to have that challenge one more time. And if you want to extend that leg out, you can. Breathe. Good. Bring it back up. Nice. Walk out your dog. Drop the knees down. Push it into child's pose and walk the hands to the right side of the mat. Bring the left palm down. Get that stretch from the pinky to the hip. Walk it to the other side. Bring it back to the center. All right, I'm going to show you modification first. We're going to go, if you stay with the normal exercise that I want to do, you're going to stay on all fours. This is your modification, crossing the right leg over the left, pulling the leg in right here. Your figure 4 is your modification. If you're with me, we're going to do pigeon. So we're going from down dog, with the right knee towards the right wrist, the right foot towards the left wrist, and then walk the leg back. If you can't do down dog, you probably know by now, you lay on your back, you do that figure 4. If you're with me in down dog, right here, keep the chest tall, walk that left foot back a little bit more. So you're gonna feel that stretch right here. Try to keep the hips parallel to the floor. Keep the chest tall and then slowly come down, hinging, either on the elbows, that might be enough for you, or maybe relax completely down onto the ground. Your hands can be in front of you, you're resting your forehead on your hands. Breathe into that hip. If you're laying on your back, you're just pulling that leg in closer towards the chest, trying to push that knee a little bit further away from you using your elbow. Same stretch. If you have knee problems, that one on the back probably works better for you. Great stretch. Just hold it a little longer here. Breathe. Good, then slowly walk it back up so the hands are under the shoulders. Tuck the left toe under, and then go back into down dog. If you are on your back, you're going to be switching legs. We're bringing left leg up, bring the leg through, walk that right leg back. Stay tall through the chest first before you come down. I want you to reach through the chest and then slowly come down. Elongate that body, either on the elbows, stay here, or relax with the forehead on the hands. Making sure your hips are parallel to the floor. Great stretch in that you should feel the left hip, left inner thigh right now. Breathe. We could stay here for hours. Good, lift up that chest. Hands are under the shoulders. Tuck the toe under. Bring the knee back and push it into child's pose. If you were laying on your back, come meet us in child's pose. Walk the fingertips to the front of the mat, press them down into the floor. Bring the hips forward and drop them down into up dog. Draw the shoulder blades down, stretching out the front of the body right there, hip flexors and abs. And push it back into child's pose again. And again, drop the hips forward and down, look up, and press it back down. Then you're going to come up with the right foot in the front with the right ankle under the knee, the left knee under the hip. You're going to engage that left glute. So put your hand on your left booty cheek, squeeze it, and then push the hip forward. You're reaching the left arm up, and then reach it over towards the right. Continue pushing the hip forward. So you're getting that hip flexor stretch right here. Your whole side body is stretching out. Then straighten it out, bring the left hand to the right knee, the right arm wraps around the opposite hip. You're still pushing the hip forward, and you're looking over your right shoulder. Draw your shoulder blades down, but grow a little taller here. Good, rotate back to the center. Let's switch feet. So the left foot is front. Make sure ankle under the knee under the hip. Put your hand on your right glute, squeeze it. Good. Then push it forward. Take that arm, reach it up, and reach it over towards the left. Good. Keep pushing that hip forward. Those hip flexors get tight if we're spending a lot of time on the TV, on the computer. Feel that great stretch on the obliques here too. Straighten it out. Take your right hand to the outside of the left knee. The left arm wraps around. Look over your back shoulder, nice and tall. Shoulders down. Push the hip forward. You're still flexing, stretching that hip flexor. Good. Come back to the center. All right. You're going to come up to a front seated right here. Nice and tall. Legs extended. Feet are flexed. Belly button in. If this bothers your lower back, just bend the knees slightly. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hinge at the hip and reach forward. Wherever you can reach, if that's your ankles or your calves or your toes, round your spine. Slowly roll it up. Inhale, arms up. Pull the belly button in. Exhale, hinge at the hip, reach forward. Let's do that one more time. Whatever you can reach, breathe. Good, and slowly come up. Good, you're going to extend the right leg out, the left leg comes into your inner thigh right here. Lift your butt up right here and put it back down so the sits bones are evenly distributed on the floor here, nice and tall. Try to keep that left knee down if possible. Your right arm reaches to the ankle or the foot, the left arm reaches up and over. Slightly look up towards the ceiling. Reach. I feel this from my pinky all the way to my hip and the back of the right leg. If I flex that foot, that right foot with the toes pointing towards my forehead, I'm going to get a little more stretch in the calves too. Then rotate the chest towards the thigh. Relax it forward. Slowly roll it up. Bend that front leg so the knee is behind you. Put the hands behind you, roll your shoulders back. Lift the hip up towards the ceiling. You should have lots of hip flexor stretches here today. You're going to feel great after this. But open up the chest here too. Good, bring the hip down. And let's switch sides. So the left foot is extended, the right foot is on the inner thigh. Lift the butt up, put it back down. Nice and tall, reach that arm out, left arm out and right arm reaches overhead. Flex that left foot. Nice stretch on that side body, then reach forward, look at the thigh, hold it here, breathe, pull that belly button in, slowly bring it up, bend that front leg, put that foot behind you, good, hands behind you, open up that chest, push the hip up, open up the chest a little bit more, feel all that front body stretching. Good, bring the hip down. Bring the legs in front of you. Shake them out. Oh, that doesn't make a very good sound here. Bend the legs in crisscross. Bring your hands behind your head. Draw your shoulder blades down. Pull the belly button in. You're going to bring the elbows towards each other and then open up. Maybe bring them a little further back. Bring them together and open it up. Bring it back. Bend. And reach open. One more time. And reach back. Good. Bring the hands down behind you. Clasp the hands together. Reach the knuckles towards the floor. Do this when you're sitting at the computer a couple times to open up that chest and those shoulders. Reach the hands in front. Push those palms away, round your spine, your belly button's in. Then reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Make yourself super tall. Unclasp the hands, reach the right arm up, the left arm up. Reach, reach. One more on each side. Good, bring the arms down, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Namaste.